15 plants that will preserve your youth and beauty. Scientifically proven facts. What if the secret to young skin, thick, shiny hair, and a radiant appearance lies not in expensive pharmacy creams, but in plants that have been growing in our ancestors' gardens for millennia? Today, we'll tell you about 15 amazing plants that help preserve youth and beauty. And these aren't just folk beliefs. Behind each of them stands real clinical research and scientific data. An important warning before you begin reading. All information in this material is educational in nature. Plants are powerful biologically active substances, and each has contraindications. If you're pregnant, breastfeeding, taking medications, or suffer from chronic diseases, be sure to consult your doctor before using any herbal remedies. Plants don't replace medical care, but they can become an excellent complement to it. Plant 1. Green tea, your collagen's protector. If there were one single plant that slows skin aging, many scientists would choose this one. Green tea, Camellia sinensis, is one of the most studied plant ingredients in dermatology. Hundreds of clinical studies are dedicated to its anti-aging properties. What makes it so special? The main hero is EGCG, or epigallocatechin 3-galley. This is a powerful antioxidant that accounts for about 80% of all catechins in green tea. It's responsible for most of the drink's anti-aging properties. Skin aging is largely linked to collagen destruction. Ultraviolet radiation, free radicals, chronic inflammation. All of these activate special enzymes called matrix metalloproteinases, MMPs, that literally cut through collagen and elastin fibers in the skin. Wrinkles are traces of their work. Well, EGCG blocks the activity of these very enzymes. It inhibits MMP1, MMP2, and MMP9, the three main destroyers of skin youth. Research shows that green tea protects against photoaging. In a controlled study involving 50 healthy volunteers aged 18 to 65, it was proven that taking green tea extract combined with vitamin C protects skin's elastin fibers from destruction under ultraviolet exposure. Another clinical study showed that wrinkles decrease by 36.3% when using regular green tea extract and by 63.6% when using specially processed extract. Furthermore, in 2019, a review published in the journal Nutrients analyzed data from 21 studies that confirmed green tea has pronounced anti-aging effects, stimulates skin cell proliferation, and reduces oxidative damage, both with external and internal use. It's important to understand, the effect from green tea isn't as fast or pronounced as from retinol or injections, but it's a gentle, safe, and cumulative remedy. How to use it? Internally. Drink 2 to 3 cups of quality green tea per day. For maximum effect, brew tea with water at 70 to 80 degrees Celsius, not boiling water. This destroys catechins. And steep for 2 to 3 minutes. Matcha contains catechins in especially high concentration, since when you consume it, you drink the entire ground leaf, not just the infusion. Externally, brew a strong infusion from 2 teaspoons of leaves per cup of water, cool it, and use as a facial toner after washing. Antioxidants absorb into the skin and work exactly where needed. This toner can be stored in the refrigerator for up to 3 days. For hair, a strong cooled green tea infusion as a final rinse after washing your head stimulates blood circulation in the scalp and strengthens hair follicles. Important warnings. Green tea contains caffeine, so it's not worth consuming in large quantities in the second half of the day. Highly concentrated supplements with EGCG can, in rare cases, negatively affect the liver. If you're prone to liver diseases, consult your doctor. Green tea can reduce iron absorption, so with anemia, it's better to drink it separately from other foods. Plant 2. Rosehip, nature's collagen factory. Rosehip, Rosa canina, is a red berry that most of us perceive as a source of vitamin C for colds. But scientists have discovered something much more valuable for beauty in it. In terms of vitamin C content, rosehip is the absolute champion among wild plants. Fresh fruits contain about 1,252 milligrams of vitamin C per 100 g, which is dozens of times more than in oranges. But it's not just about vitamin C. Rosehip seeds contain a unique set of fatty acids, linoleic omega-6 and linolenic omega-3, as well as a natural transretinoid, a form of vitamin A, carotenoids, beta-carotene, lycopene, lutein, and polyphenol. What does science say? In 2015, a randomized, double-blind, controlled clinical study was conducted, the gold standard of evidence-based medicine. 34 healthy volunteers, aged 35 to 65, took standardized rosehip powder for 8 weeks. The result: significant reduction in crow's feet, wrinkles, increased skin hydration, and elasticity. This was confirmed by special devices, a visioscin, corneometer, and cutometer, not just subjective feelings. In 2025, as part of a pilot study whose results were published in the MDPI Cosmetics Journal, the effect of daily rosehip oil application on 27 volunteers aged 30 to 65 was studied for 5 weeks. Significant reduction in wrinkle count was recorded in all age groups, with the best effect observed in people with more pronounced wrinkles. Also noted was a decrease in pigmentation spots caused by ultraviolet radiation. The vitamin C in rosehip is a necessary cofactor for collagen synthesis. Without vitamin C, the enzyme that stitches collagen molecules into a strong structure simply doesn't work. Clinical studies have confirmed applying vitamin C to the skin enhances collagen production in all age groups. How to use: fruit infusion. Pour 2 cups of water over a tablespoon of dried rosehip fruits. Bring to a boil. Reduce heat and simmer for 10 minutes. Steep for another 20 minutes. Strain. Drink 1 cup per day. This is a richest source of vitamin C and antioxidants. Don't cook in aluminum cookware. This destroys vitamin C. Rosehip oil externally. Apply a few drops of cold-pressed rosehip oil to clean facial skin in the evening. Gently massage until absorbed. Apply before moisturizing cream. Key point: the oil must be cold-pressed. Only then are all active compounds preserved. Refined oil is practically devoid of beneficial properties. Face mask. Mix a teaspoon of rosehip oil with a teaspoon of honey. Apply to face for 20 minutes. Rinse with warm water. Suitable for dry and mature skin. Growing. Rosehip is unpretentious and frost-resistant, an ideal plant for the Russian climate. Plant a few bushes in a sunny spot. In a year or two, you'll have an inexhaustible source of healing berries. Important warnings: in some people, rosehip oil can cause pore clogging. With oily skin or skin-prone to acne, start with a small amount and monitor the reaction. People prone to kidney stone formation should limit rosehip consumption due to high oxalate content. Plant 3. Gotu kola, Centella asiatica, the herb of longevity from Asia. Centella asiatica, known as gotu kola, centella, or tiger grass, is one of the most studied plants in modern dermatology. According to legend, tigers would roll in centella thickets to heal wounds. This is, of course, a beautiful myth, but here's the truth. Clinical studies confirm this plant's exceptional abilities to restore skin and stimulate collagen production. In European and Asian pharmacopoeias, centella is listed as an officially recognized medicinal remedy. It's included in the European Pharmacopoeia, British Herbal Pharmacopoeia, and Chinese Pharmacopoeia. Active compounds. The main workhorses of centella are pentacyclic triterpenes, asiaticoside, madecassoside, asiatic acid, and madecassic acid. They trigger a whole cascade of biological reactions in the skin. What does science say? The mechanism of action is well studied. Asiaticoside directly activates fibroblasts, the cells that produce collagen, elastin, and hyaluronic acid. Studies on human skin cell cultures showed that asiaticoside stimulates synthesis of type I collagen and increases hyaluronic acid production. Clinical trials involving 60 patients with cellulite showed that applying centella extract, madecassol preparation, 4 times a day for 4 months led to significant improvement in skin condition in 85% of participants. In another study involving 65 patients with pronounced cellulite, 58% of women showed significant improvement when combining the preparation with diet. Centella also protects skin DNA from UV damage, reduces inflammation and glycation. The process of sugar aging of skin proteins that is one of the main mechanisms of premature aging. How to use? Centella tea. Pour a cup of hot water, not boiling, over a teaspoon of dried leaves, steep for 10 minutes. Drink 1 to 2 cups per day. The taste is neutral, slightly herbaceous. In Sri Lanka and Malaysia, centella is eaten fresh, adding leaves to salads and smoothies. Externally, skin infusion. Brew a strong infusion, 2 tablespoons of herb per cup of water. Cool it. Soak a cotton pad and wipe your face. This helps with skin irritation, redness, and slowly healing acne spots. Oil with centella. Fill fresh leaves with olive oil and steep in a dark place for 3 weeks. Strain and use for facial massage or décolleté area. This oil is excellent for caring for stretch marks and scars. Growing. Centella loves moisture and partial shade. In temperate climates, it's grown as a potted plant or annual. In warm regions, it can winter in open ground. Important warnings. Centella is generally well tolerated. In rare cases, allergic reactions are possible in people with increased sensitivity to plants of the carrot family. During pregnancy, only after consulting a doctor. Plant 4. Aloe vera. Hydration from within. Aloe vera has been mentioned in the context of wound healing, but this succulent deserves a separate conversation about how it helps preserve youth. Its anti-aging properties are linked not only to the gel, but also to deeper processes. Research published in peer-reviewed journals showed something truly interesting. Taking aloe vera juice internally can stimulate hyaluronic acid production in the skin. Japanese scientists conducted a controlled study. Women over 40 took 40 milliliters of aloe vera gel daily for 90 days. The result: significant increase in skin elasticity and reduction in wrinkle severity around the mouth. The mechanism of action is linked to the polysaccharide asamanin, which stimulates fibroblasts and triggers collagen synthesis. With external application, aloe acts as a biomimetic moisturizer. It creates a protective barrier preventing moisture loss from the skin while not clogging pores. This is its uniqueness. Most moisturizing ingredients are either occlusive, covering skin with a fatty film, or hygroscopic, attracting moisture. Aloe does both simultaneously. How to use? Gel from the leaf. Cut off the bottom leaf, rinse it, and cut off the tip. Squeeze out the transparent gel and apply to cleansed facial skin as a serum before cream. Apply immediately after washing. This is when the skin is maximally ready to absorb active substances. Avoid the yellow latex under the leaf skin. It causes irritation. Night mask. Apply a thick layer of aloe gel to face and neck overnight. The skin will absorb it in a few hours. Especially effective after sunbathing or prolonged stay in a room with dry air. Hair mask. Rub gel into the scalp. Leave for 30 to 40 minutes. Rinse with regular shampoo. Regular use, 2 to 3 times per week. Noticeably reduces oiliness at the roots, decreases itching and dandruff, and gives hair shine. Aloe ice. Mix gel with a small amount of water and freeze in ice cube trays. In the mornings, massage your face with an aloe ice cube. This tones the skin, tightens pores, and reduces puffiness. Growing. Aloe is the ideal houseplant for busy people. It requires practically no care. Water it once every 2 to 3 weeks and keep it in bright, diffused light. After 3 to 4 years, the bush will produce side shoots, and you'll have your own home plantation. Important warnings. For internal use, use only transparent aloe gel without the yellow latex layer. Don't take aloe internally during pregnancy, with kidney diseases, or simultaneously with cardiac glycosides. If prone to allergies, first do a patch test on the wrist. Plant 5. Rosemary, a remedy for hair loss. Rosemary, Salvia rosmarinus, is back in the spotlight thanks to an unexpected discovery. This aromatic Mediterranean plant, traditionally used to improve memory and circulation, turned out to be truly effective against hair loss. In 2015, a randomized clinical study was published comparing the effectiveness of rosemary oil and minoxidil, the most famous remedy for baldness. After 6 months, The results were comparable. Both remedies significantly increased hair quantity. Moreover, rosemary oil less frequently caused scalp itching, a side effect characteristic of minoxidil. In 2023, this study was confirmed and supplemented with new data. The mechanism of action is primarily linked to improved blood supply to the scalp. Rosemary's active compounds, rosmarinic acid, carnosic acid, and 1,8-cineol, stimulate microcirculation, delivering more nutrients and oxygen to hair follicles. Simultaneously, rosemary blocks DHT, dihydrotestosterone, a hormone that damages hair follicles and is the main cause of androgenetic alopecia. How to use for hair. Rosemary oil. Pour 100 milliliters of neutral oil, jojoba, almond, or olive, over 2 tablespoons of fresh or dried rosemary. Heat in a water bath for 30 minutes at 60 degrees Celsius or steep in a dark place for 2 weeks. Strain. Apply a few drops to the scalp, actively massaging with fingertips for 5 minutes. Leave for 30 to 60 minutes or overnight under a shower cap. Rinse with regular shampoo. Use at least 3 times per week. First results appear no earlier than after 3 to 4 months. Hair growth takes time. Rinse. Boil 4 tablespoons of fresh rosemary in a liter of water for 15 minutes. Cool, strain, and use as a final rinse after shampoo. This gives hair shine and refreshes the scalp. Anti-aging skincare. Rosemary contains powerful antioxidants that slow oxidative processes in cells. A strong infusion can be used as a toner for mature skin. It tones, improves texture, and gives freshness. Growing. Rosemary is a long-lived garden plant. It loves sun, dryness, and well-drained soil. After rooting, it practically doesn't need watering. In harsh climates, it's grown in pots that are brought indoors for winter. Important warnings. Large amounts of rosemary can stimulate the nervous system, contraindicated in epilepsy and severe hypertension. In large doses, has abortifacient effects. Use with caution during pregnancy. Rosemary can interact with anticoagulants. Plant 6. Turmeric, anti-aging, anti-inflammatory shield. Turmeric, curcuma longa, is the most studied anti-inflammatory plant on the planet. It's chronic low-grade inflammation that scientists today consider one of the key mechanisms of aging, not just of the skin, but of the entire organism. It even has a special term, inflammaging or inflammatory aging. Curcumin, turmeric's main active compound, suppresses several inflammatory processes, including NF-κB, the master inflammation switch in cells. For skin, this means reduced redness, fewer acne breakouts, even tone, and slowed collagen destruction. Randomized clinical studies have shown that topical curcumin application improves skin condition with acne, hyperpigmentation, eczema, and psoriasis. Studies also showed that curcumin suppresses tyrosinase activity, the enzyme responsible for melanin synthesis and pigmentation spot appearance. The most important secret of turmeric use. Curcumin is practically not absorbed in pure form. However, adding piperine from black pepper increases its bioavailability 20-fold. This was established in a controlled clinical study in 1998 and repeatedly confirmed since. So always add a pinch of black pepper to turmeric. Fat also significantly improves turmeric absorption. How to use. Golden milk. Basic recipe: mix half a teaspoon of turmeric, a pinch of black pepper, a pinch of ginger, and a teaspoon of coconut or almond oil in a glass of warm milk, any cow oat almond. Stir and drink before bed. With regular consumption, this drink acts as a systemic anti-inflammatory agent. Face mask. Mix half a teaspoon of turmeric with 2 tablespoons of natural yogurt and a teaspoon of honey. Apply to face for 15 to 20 minutes. Rinse with warm water. Even skin tone, lightens pigmentation, reduces inflammation. Warning: turmeric stains skin, so use old towels and wash thoroughly. A small yellow spot on the skin disappears within an hour. Body scrub. Mix turmeric, honey, and coffee grounds in equal proportions. Use as a body scrub while showering. This stimulates microcirculation and gives skin radiance. Important warnings. Turmeric can enhance the effects of anticoagulants and anti-diabetic medications. Very high doses may increase the risk of kidney stone formation. People with gallstone disease should take turmeric with caution. Plant 7. Lavender, beauty through nervous system recovery. There's a direct, scientifically proven connection between sleep quality and skin condition. It's during sleep that the peak release of growth hormone occurs, which triggers skin cell renewal and collagen synthesis. Chronic sleep deprivation is one of the causes of dull skin, puffiness, increased pigmentation, and accelerated wrinkle appearance. True lavender, Lavandula angustifolia, is the most studied plant for improving sleep and reducing anxiety. Its main active compounds, linalool and linalool acetate, make up to 40% of the essential oil and have proven sedative and anxiolytic properties. A standardized preparation based on lavender oil, silexin, 80 milligrams, underwent several randomized clinical trials and showed significant anxiety reduction comparable to low-dose lorazepam, a sedative drug, but without side effects and risk of addiction. This is important for skin quality, as chronic stress increases cortisol levels, which in turn accelerates collagen destruction. Lavender is beneficial not only for sleep. Clinical studies have shown that applying diluted lavender essential oil to the temples significantly reduces migraine intensity. Other studies confirmed lavender's antimicrobial and anti-inflammatory properties for the skin. How to use. For sleep improvement, a sachet with dried flowers under the pillow, a diffuser with lavender oil in the bedroom, or a bath with a handful of dried flowers. First brew them in 2 liters of hot water, strain, and pour in a bath. Take such a bath 30 to 60 minutes before sleep. Skin toner. Lavender infusion. A tablespoon of flowers per cup of boiling water. Cool. Use as a toner after washing. It's especially effective for inflammation, acne, and redness. Stress relief oil. Mix 2 drops of lavender oil with a teaspoon of base oil, jojoba, or almond. Apply to temples, wrists, and behind the ears before sleep or during moments of stress. Pillow spray. Mix 10 drops of lavender oil with 50 milliliters of distilled water in a small spray bottle. Spray on the pillow before sleep. Growing. Lavender is an unpretentious perennial with a phenomenal lifespan, up to 20 to 30 years with proper care. Loves sun and dry soil with good drainage. In harsh climates, it can be grown in pots. Important warnings. Never apply concentrated lavender essential oil to skin undiluted, only diluted. In some people, it can cause contact dermatitis. Use with caution during pregnancy. Lavender may have weak estrogenic effects. Plan 8. Sea buckthorn, frost botox from Siberia. Sea buckthorn, Hippophae rhamnoides, is one of the most nutritious berry plants on Earth, yet surprisingly underrated for maintaining beauty. In Siberia and Mongolia, it was used for millennia, and modern research reveals the molecular mechanisms of its effects on the skin. Sea buckthorn oil, especially from the berry pulp, contains something unique: palmitoleic acid, omega-7. This is a rare fatty acid that is normally present in skin sebocytes, cells that produce sebum. With age, its level in the skin decreases, leading to impaired barrier function, dryness, and loss of turgor. Replenishing omega-7 reserves from outside literally reminds the skin of its youthful protective barrier state. Sea buckthorn also contains exceptionally large amounts of vitamins C, E, and A, flavonoids, carotenoids, and tocopherols. In vitamin E concentration, sea buckthorn oil ranks among the top plant oils. How to use. Face oil. Sea buckthorn oil from berry pulp of rich orange color. Add just 1 to 2 drops to your regular cream or apply to skin diluted with a carrier oil in a 1:10 ratio. In pure form, it's very pigmented and stains skin orange. Seed oil is lighter and less concentrated. Drinking infusion. A glass of fresh or thawed sea buckthorn juice per day, a powerful antioxidant boost from within. Natural, sugar-free. Sea buckthorn juice reduces systemic inflammation, supports vascular health, and positively affects skin condition. Hair mask. Mix a teaspoon of sea buckthorn oil from seeds with a tablespoon of coconut oil, rub into hair roots. Leave for an hour. Rinse with shampoo. Significantly improves hair shine and reduces breakage. Growing. Sea buckthorn is a dioecious plant. Needs male and female plants. Plant in sunny locations with good drainage. Gives a rich berry harvest that can be frozen and used year-round. Excellently withstands Russian winters. Important warnings. Sea buckthorn pulp oil can clog pores in those with oily skin. If skin is prone to acne, choose seed oil. When taking anticoagulants, consult your doctor. Plant 9. Hops, an unexpected ally for young skin. Hops, Humulus lupulus, is not just a beer ingredient. It's an amazing plant that is increasingly studied in dermatology and cosmetology. And what scientists are finding is impressive. Hops cones contain 8-prenylnaringenin, 8-PN, one of the most powerful phytoestrogens known to science. To understand its role in maintaining beauty, it's important to know this. After menopause, the sharp drop in estrogen levels causes the skin to lose up to 30% of collagen in the first 5 years. This happens because estrogen stimulates fibroblasts, preserves hyaluronic acid in the skin, and maintains its hydration. Phytoestrogens, including 8-PN from hops, gently interact with estrogen receptors in skin cells without exerting systemic hormonal effects. Research has shown that 8-prenylnaringenin from hops also protects skin from photoaging. It suppresses melanin synthesis, preventing pigmentation spots, has antioxidant and anti-inflammatory effects. Another property of hops, it contains lupulin, which has pronounced sedative effects. This makes it an additional helper in ensuring quality sleep, and therefore, nighttime skin recovery. How to use. Sleep tea. Mix dried hops cones, 1 teaspoon, with mint and lemon balm. Pour a cup of boiling water. Steep for 15 minutes. Drink 30 to 40 minutes before sleep. This is one of the gentlest and safest natural sleep aids. Toner infusion. Pour a cup of hot water over a tablespoon of dried cones. Steep for 20 minutes. Cool. Apply to skin with a cotton pad as a toner. Especially suitable for mature skin. Hops bath. Brew 100 g of cones in 2 liters of water. Let steep for 20 minutes. Strain and add to the bath. Take such a bath 2 to 3 times per week. It calms, relieves tension, and beneficially affects the skin. Growing. Hops is a fast-growing perennial vine that can grow 6 to 8 meters in a season. Beautifully decorates arbors and fences. Unpretentious, frost-resistant, bears fruit annually. Important warnings. Hops contains phytoestrogens. Use with caution for estrogen-dependent tumors. Consult an oncologist. Not for use during pregnancy. May enhance the effects of sedative drugs. Plant 10. Lemon balm, the anti-stress herb. Lemon balm, Melissa officinalis, is a plant that undeservedly remains in the shadow of more fashionable herbs. Meanwhile, an impressive evidence base has been accumulated regarding it. Why is lemon balm a beauty ally? Because stress and beauty are sworn enemies. Chronic stress raises cortisol levels, which accelerates collagen destruction, disrupts the sleep cycle and nighttime skin recovery, enhances inflammation, provokes acne due to increased sebum production, contributes to hair loss. Telogen effluvium due to stress is well studied. Lemon balm breaks this vicious cycle. Lemon balm's main active compounds, rosmarinic acid, citral, linalool, and eugenol, inhibit the enzyme GABA-transaminase, thereby increasing gamma-aminobutyric acid levels in the brain. GABA is the main brake of the nervous system, providing a sense of calm. This is the same mechanism as sedative drugs, but much gentler and without causing addiction. In randomized clinical studies, lemon balm extract significantly reduced anxiety levels and improved sleep quality compared to placebo. One study showed that in people with moderate sleep disorders, anxiety symptoms decreased by 18% and sleep quality improved by 42%. External use. Lemon balm has proven antiviral effects against the herpes simplex virus. Clinical studies have shown that creams with lemon balm extract shorten the duration of herpes outbreaks and accelerate healing. How to use. Anti-stress tea. Pour a cup of hot water over a tablespoon of fresh or 2 teaspoons of dried leaves. Steep for 10 minutes. Drink throughout the day or before sleep. You can add honey. This enhances the calming effect. Face ice cubes. Brew a strong lemon balm infusion. Cool. Pour into ice cube trays and freeze. In the morning, run an ice cube over your face. This relieves puffiness, tones, and calms the skin. Bath or sauna. Add a large bunch of fresh lemon balm to a hot bath or do a steam inhalation with lemon balm. 15 minutes of relaxation, and cortisol levels will noticeably decrease. Growing. Lemon balm is unpretentious, quickly spreads like mint. It's better kept in a pot. Loves sun and moderate watering. Collect leaves before flowering. This is when essential oil concentration is maximum. Important warnings. Lemon balm can enhance the effects of sedatives and hypnotics. Possible interaction with thyroid medications. Consult your doctor. Use moderately during pregnancy. Plan 11. Chamomile, baby soft skin. German chamomile, Matricaria chamomilla, is used in cosmetology not only for its delicate aroma. Its active compounds, apigenin, azulene, and camozoline, have powerful anti-inflammatory, regenerating, and soothing properties, well confirmed in scientific literature. It's proven that azulene contained in chamomile, formed during plant distillation, reduces prostaglandin synthesis, inflammation mediators. That's why chamomile infusion applied externally quickly relieves skin redness and irritation. Clinical studies have shown that chamomile cream for eczema in some cases is not inferior in effectiveness to weak corticosteroid ointments, but doesn't cause side effects with prolonged use. Chamomile is irreplaceable for hair beauty. It has natural lightening properties. Apigenin binds to hair keratin and under sunlight gently lightens it. Unlike chemical lighteners, chamomile doesn't destroy hair structure. How to use? Toner for sensitive skin. Pour a cup of boiling water over 2 tablespoons of chamomile flowers. Steep for 20 minutes. Cool. Use as a daily toner. Relieves redness, tightens pores, even skin tone. Eye compresses. Cooled chamomile infusion applied to cotton pads is the perfect remedy for tired and puffy eyes. Hold for 15 minutes. Antioxidants contained in chamomile, with regular use, help reduce dark circles under the eyes. Lightening hair rinse. Brew a very strong infusion, 5 tablespoons of flowers per liter of water. Cool to warm. Add juice of half a lemon. Use as a final rinse. After several uses, hair will noticeably lighten. For dark hair, the effect will be less pronounced. For light blonde and red hair, very noticeable. Facial steam bath. Add 3 tablespoons of chamomile flowers to a bowl of hot water. Lean over the steam, covering your head with a towel, and sit like this for 10 minutes. The procedure opens pores, cleanses, and calms the skin. Growing. Chamomile is the perfect option for beginner gardeners. It's drought-resistant, unpretentious, and spreads excellently by self-seeding. Plant once, and it will grow on its own for years. Important warnings. Allergy to plants of the Asteraceae family, ragweed, chrysanthemum, marigolds, is a contraindication. When taken internally in large quantities, it may enhance the effects of anticoagulants. Plant 12. Nettle, the stinging source of youth. Few people perceive stinging nettle, Urtica dioica, as a means of maintaining beauty. This is unfair. Nettle is one of nature's leaders in nutrient content, and its regular consumption can significantly improve the condition of hair, skin, and nails. After drying or heat treatment, stinging compounds are neutralized, and nettle becomes a true multivitamin product with high bioavailability. It contains bioavailable iron in chelated form, not irritating the stomach, calcium and magnesium, vitamins A, C, and K, chlorophyll, flavonoids, and silicon. Silicon is especially important for beauty. It participates in collagen synthesis and forms the structure of hair and nails. Clinical studies have shown that nettle root extract significantly improves urine flow and reduces inflammation levels in benign prostatic hyperplasia. But for women, nettle is interesting primarily as an anti-allergic, anti-inflammatory, and nutrient-rich plant. How to use? Drinking infusion. Pour a cup of boiling water over 2 tablespoons of dried nettle leaves. Steep for 20 minutes. The longer you steep, the more minerals transfer into the infusion. Drink 2 to 3 cups per day. For hair loss, brittle nails, and dull skin, a 2 to 3 month course gives noticeable results. Hair rinse. Boil 100 g of fresh nettle in a liter of water for 20 minutes. Cool, strain. Use as a final rinse after shampoo. Stimulates hair growth, reduces oiliness, gives shine. Apply regularly for at least 3 months. Soup and puree. In early spring, young nettle leaves are a valuable superfood, surpassing spinach in nutritional value. Pour boiling water over them, chop finely, and add to soups, omelets, smoothies. Harvesting. Wear thick gloves and use scissors. Collect only young shoots in spring before flowering. The stinger is completely neutralized by drying or heat treatment. Important warnings. Nettle can enhance the effects of diuretics and antihypertensive medications. Lowers blood sugar levels. Diabetics taking medications should be cautious. In some people, fresh nettle causes a pronounced allergic reaction upon skin contact. Plant 13. Horse chestnut. From vessels to beauty. Horse chestnut, Aesculus hippocastanum, is a plant often seen on streets but rarely perceived as a means of maintaining beauty. However, it's precisely its effect on blood vessels that makes it irreplaceable in natural cosmetology. The main active compound is essin, a complex of triterpene saponins. It strengthens capillary walls, reduces their permeability, and has anti-edematous effects. This directly affects appearance. Dark circles under the eyes, facial puffiness, bags. All of this is largely a consequence of weak and leaky capillaries. Clinical meta-analyses of randomized studies confirm the effectiveness of standardized horse chestnut seed extract for chronic venous insufficiency. It reduces leg swelling, decreases the feeling of heaviness, and improves vein condition. For skin, this means improved blood supply, reduced stagnant phenomena, and a healthier facial complexion. How to use? Gel or cream with extract. This is the most convenient way. Many cosmetic products contain standardized horse chestnut extract. Apply to the area around the eyes, ankles, or varicose veins. Infusion for compresses. Pour a cup of boiling water over a tablespoon of horse chestnut leaves. Steep for 20 minutes. Use the cooled infusion for compresses on the under-eye area for puffiness. Hold for 15 to 20 minutes. Important warning: seeds, bark, leaves, and flowers of horse chestnut are toxic in raw form. Do not consume unprocessed plant parts. For internal use, use only standardized pharmacy preparations with indicated essin dosage. Contraindicated in blood clotting disorders. Plant 14. Calendula, gold for the skin. Calendula officinalis, is a plant that, without exaggeration, should be in every home. Its golden flowers contain a unique complex of compounds: flavonoids, quercetin, narcissin, carotenoids, resins, essential oils, and triterpene saponins. It's proven that calendula preparations accelerate tissue regeneration, stimulate granulation tissue formation, and epithelialization. For skin, this means faster recovery from any damage, from pimples and irritations to sunburns. Clinical studies have shown that calendula ointment for radiation dermatitis, skin inflammation after radiation therapy in cancer patients, is superior in effectiveness to regular petroleum jelly. For daily skincare, calendula evens tone, relieves redness, accelerates post-acne healing, restores barrier function, and slows skin moisture loss. How to use? Calendula oil. Basic recipe: fill a jar with fresh flowers without stems. Cover with quality olive oil to the top. Close and leave for 2 weeks on a sunny windowsill, shaking daily. Strain through cheesecloth, pour into dark bottles. This oil is the foundation of natural skincare for any skin type. Face toner. Pour a cup of boiling water over 2 tablespoons of dried flowers, steep for 20 minutes, cool. Use as a daily toner. It's especially effective for rosacea, acne, and any inflammation. Healing ointment. Mix powder from dried flowers with petroleum jelly or coconut oil in a 1:4 ratio. Apply to scrapes, cracks, post-acne, and dry skin areas. Eye area care. Calendula oil is one of the safest and most effective remedies for delicate eyelid skin. Apply a few drops with light massage movements in the evening. Growing. Calendula is one of the most unpretentious plants. Spreads by self-seeding, blooms from May until frost, grows in practically any conditions. Regularly cut flowers. This stimulates repeat blooming. Dry in the shade in a single layer. Important warnings. Calendula is one of the safest plants. Allergy is rare, but possible with sensitivity to aster family plants. Do not take internally in therapeutic doses during pregnancy. Plant 15, peppermint double benefit. Peppermint, Mentha times piperita, is often used only for freshening breath. In fact, this plant acts on two key levels of maintaining youth. It improves digestion and has a direct effect on the skin. The gut-skin connection is one of the most actively studied directions in modern dermatology. Microbiome imbalance, intestinal inflammation, and increased intestinal permeability are directly linked to acne, eczema, rosacea, psoriasis, and accelerated skin aging. Peppermint is one of the most studied plant spasmolytics for the gastrointestinal tract. Numerous clinical studies have confirmed that peppermint oil capsules significantly reduce symptoms of irritable bowel syndrome. This means the less inflammation in the intestines, the better the skin condition. Menthol, peppermint's main active compound, has cooling, antimicrobial, and anti-inflammatory effects. It's one of the few ingredients whose effectiveness in treating acne has been clinically confirmed. How to use. Toner for oily and acne-prone skin. Brew a strong peppermint infusion. 2 tablespoons of fresh or 1 tablespoon of dried leaves per cup of boiling water. Steep for 15 minutes. Cool. Add 1 teaspoon of apple cider vinegar. Wipe skin with a cotton pad morning and evening. Regulates sebum production, tightens pores, has antimicrobial effects. Acne mask. Mix a tablespoon of thick cooled peppermint infusion with a teaspoon of clay, white or green, to a paste consistency. Apply to face for 10 to 15 minutes. Rinse with cool water. Digestion tea. 10 fresh peppermint leaves per cup of hot water. Steep for 10 minutes. Drink after meals. Facilitates food digestion, relieves bloating and spasms. Healthy digestion is one of the key factors for clear skin. Hair rinse. Strong peppermint infusion as a final rinse stimulates blood circulation in the scalp, reduces hair oiliness, and refreshes them. Growing. Mint is an aggressive perennial capable of taking over the entire garden. Be sure to grow it in pots or fence containers buried in the ground. Loves moisture and partial shade. Important warnings. Peppermint is not suitable for children under 2 years. Menthol can make breathing difficult. In severe gastroesophageal reflux disease, it may worsen symptoms. May interact with immunosuppressants. Conclusion. Plants, your long-term ally in the fight for beauty. We've told you about 15 plants that help preserve youth and beauty from within and without. Behind each of them stands real science, clinical studies, mechanisms of action, confirmed effects. But there are several principles without which no plants will work as they should. First principle. Consistency is more important than intensity. Most herbal remedies give a cumulative effect, requiring regular use over several weeks or months. A cup of lemon balm tea once a month won't do anything, but a glass of nettle infusion daily for 3 months will. Second principle. Plants complement, not replace. Even the most beneficial plants in the world won't compensate for chronic sleep deprivation, smoking, excess sugar in the diet, and life in constant stress. They work as amplifiers against a background of a healthy lifestyle. Third principle. Start with 3. Don't try to implement all 15 plants at once. Choose 3 that best match your goals. Master their use, observe the results. Only then, add the others. Fourth principle. Quality matters. Buy herbs from verified suppliers, or, even better, grow them yourself. A plant from your garden, harvested at the right time and properly dried, is many times more valuable than store-bought powder of unknown origin. The best starter set: peppermint, chamomile, and calendula. 3 completely unpretentious, safe, and multifunctional plants that will grow even on a small balcony and become the foundation of your home beauty pharmacy. The knowledge you gain today has been accumulating in gardens and apothecary plots over millennia. Now, they're confirmed by peer-reviewed journals and clinical studies, and they can work for you. Before using any herbal remedies, especially if you're pregnant, breastfeeding, taking medications, or suffer from chronic diseases, be sure to consult your doctor. This article is for educational purposes only.